Scarlet?
Come in, Mike.
Your door was open. You don't seem surprised. How did you know it was me?
I would have known if it wasn't you. Footsteps are like signatures.
That's an interesting skill to have picked up.
In case you haven't guessed already, I don't have much of a social life. What is it you needed, Mike? Got another story to pass along?
Something wrong? If so, maybe I can help.
Wrong? I don't know, Mike. You seem to be a complicated person. Very little about you seems simple. I was pretty certain you might be Interpol or military, but my gut tells me intelligence. But none of my contacts have heard of you.
Contacts. So you've been checking up on me.
I didn't want to, but you really don't leave me much choice if I want to know the truth.
If I was intelligence, is that something you think I'd tell a journalist?
You tell me. And I'd like you to be honest with me, if you can. I think I deserve that much.
There's not much to say. I used to work for the United States government. I still do, in my own way.
What do you mean?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. When you met me in Saudi Arabia, that was my last official mission with the US. After that, I've been on my own. Except for people I've met on the way. Like you.
It doesn't sound like you've had a chance to relax in Saudi Arabia.
That's an understatement.
My military and intelligence contacts didn't have much on you.
Not surprising.
So, I checked the corporate gossip. Halbeck's taken quite an interest in you.
Let's just say Leyland and I don't see eye to eye on business practices. You ever met him?
At press conferences? Quite the snake. But that doesn't explain why Halbeck would be after you.
I accidentally discovered something in Saudi Arabia I shouldn't have. Something that could ruin Halbeck.
What did you find out?
I found they'd been selling weapons to Al Samad, and I got proof.
Is that why you're here?
I don't trust anyone else with it. And if something happens to me, then the world needs to know.
It's that bad, huh?
Pretty bad.
I'll make sure it gets where it needs to go. Are you going to be all right?
I have no idea.
Do you need to leave right now?
No, I can stay. For a little while if you need me to.
Considering I might not see you again, I'd like that.
The world can wait, then.
Welcome, Agent Thornton. This is the meeting I spoke of long ago in Saudi Arabia, I believe. I have much to share with you.
Is it about Halbeck?
A portion of it is yes. The rest concerns its partner, your Alpha Protocol program. But that will cost you.
I don't have much more to give, Shahid. And I did spare your life before.
You know as well as I do. These events that Halbeck has set in motion, they are not well researched. They are conflicts. And then there are wars. What they have started, it is a fire that will sweep the globe.
I'm not here to negotiate, and you've actively participated in these events. I don't see why it matters to you.
When these events will make my country suffer more than it deserves, yes. And when another may shoulder the rightful blame, again, yes.
Rightful blame.
Indeed. Are you prepared to betray your own country, Agent Thornton? When I speak of blame, it is the United States that is the one responsible for these events.
I've come this far, and I'm already acting against its best intentions, apparently.
And you have no doubts on this?
No. After that missile nearly obliterated me in Saudi, it's easy to tell who your friends are and who needs to die.
Very well. You should know the Alpha Protocol you are under. It is designed for such abuse, and you are a victim of it.
I know, but I walked into it, and it's my job to fix it.
I see. But you have come for help, or simply to call a favor due. I have information that should be of use to you in hurting Halbeck. Accounts, transactions, and knowledge of their involvement with your program. And of course, the missile codes you asked for. Although I fail to see what use they are to you.
That's a start.
A start?
Yes. I need you to broadcast something for me. I have a suspicion that's going to cause quite a stir where I'm headed.
take care of what you had to do?
Everything's in place. How about you?
It shouldn't be much longer.
Are you safe?
Probably safer than you. Mike, if this doesn't work...
Goodbye, Mina. Mind if I sit here?
Go ahead. It'll save me from having to call in the squad. All done running?
Never was.
Yeah, well, whatever you call it, I'm here to bring you in. Glad you're not making a fuss about this.
I called you, remember?
So, here we are, Agent Thornton.
Guess you can go home again.
If by home you mean prison. Mr. Westridge first spoke to you in this room, didn't he?
Interrogated, actually. It's a really dull conversation.
When he asked you why you volunteered for Alpha Protocol, do you remember what you told him?
I think I told him I was in for the action. Sure feels that way now.
I want to serve my country. And you think by being assigned here is the best way to do that?
Give me a mission, and I'll prove it.
Well, that didn't turn out like you thought. When the reality met the expectation, reality won out. There's a lesson there, I think. You see, that's what I find interesting about you as a case study. When it came down to it, you found your job was more important. The mission. Maybe a hint of duty. We all imagine how we'd act when tested. Not many people ever get the chance. You did. Did you like who you became, Mike, when reality came knocking? You'll have to excuse me, but I asked for this next part to be recorded for posterity. I wanted to make sure it's captured perfectly.
It was worth it. I'm gonna see this mission through, Leyland. Henry. I'm gonna see you arrested for those people you killed and see that Halbeck answers for its crimes.
Really?
Count on it.
All right, Thornton. I think you misunderstand me. You see, I'm not here to gloat. I'm here to offer you a deal.
I'm not giving up the film footage, see?
I don't care, Mike. That's a separate appointment in my calendar. Right now, we're discussing you and Halbeck.
What are you talking about?
If you stay here, it isn't going to turn out well for you. The best you could have hoped for was to be captured by Alpha Protocol. Then they can erase you, quietly. To me, that seems like a waste of talent.
Really?
Really? Do you know why I used you in the first place?
I'm all ears.
Because I recognize an asset when I see it. That is the reason Halbeck is where it is today, and why our numbers are so high. It's also why Mr. Marburg chose to work for me. It's because I recognize value, and I reward loyalty.
You're offering me a job.
Mike, you already work for me. I just like to make it official. We have an excellent insurance package.
What makes you think I'd even consider that?
Because you can't go back. Those Marines you killed in Moscow, no American agent gets away with that in the end. You're not pretending to be a rogue agent anymore. You are one. They'll execute you. Me, I have a different perspective on the situation. I know what you did needed to be done to achieve results. It's a rare quality to find someone willing to think outside the box.
I still haven't heard your terms yet. And it sounds like you've made this offer before.
This was the same talk Marburg and I had a long time ago, although I didn't know his agency connection when I hired him. You're a special case. I was able to recruit right from the source. So, a few things. One, you're going to be executed at worst, or at best, spend life in a CIA prison in Eastern Europe. Two, this will be the last conversation you will have with another human being. And three, it really wasn't my fault that this whole situation happened, but I think you already recognize that.
I'm listening.
Mike, your government needed my contracts. They hired me to build this place, and worst of all, they created you.
Worst of all?
Yes, because when they create programs like this, there's no accountability. And when people never have to answer for the things they do...
People need to be protected. Sometimes it's necessary.
No, it's not. You're sitting in a cell because of it. Your life over. Because of something they did they'll never have to answer for. I can fix that. We can fix that.
How?
Make them accountable. I don't need Alpha Protocol anymore. It's going to be shut down, sanitized. But if selected footage reached the world about its presence, well, that might be the best for all parties.
What? So you can make new hostilities, drive up sales?
My role in this is already protected. You got my missiles back. Shahid is dead, and all your operations in Taipei, Moscow, Rome, it didn't change anything. I can give you freedom, a new lease on life, even a villa of your choosing anywhere in the world. All I need is your cooperation. So, is it a deal or not? A future or no future at all?
So, I say yes. Now what happens?
Any moment, soldiers are going to come through that door and take you back to the medical bay you started this whole business in. Me, they could care less about, as long as I'm still around to negotiate with senators and forget I ever saw anything here.
So all I need to do is escape. And then... what?
You have friends as well as enemies. One will contact you soon enough, I imagine. You're resourceful that way. You won't have much time until they sanitize this facility and destroy all the existing records. You'll need to get that data, and I doubt the staff will allow you to reach it.
So you want me to expose this place?
Yes, I have a vested interest in seeing this program be dragged out into the light.
All right.
There is one other thing. Miss Tang, Mina, the one who helped you, I'm afraid she'll have to be killed.
She's here?
Yes, we were able to intercept her before she left. She put up quite a fight, but unfortunately she was captured. So now that needs to be corrected. I'm asking you to do it.
Why?
If you need a reason, speak to her. You'll understand why after the conversation.
I doubt it.
We'll see. Are you ready, Mike? The grand finale's about to begin. Once the soldiers come through that door, it's going to be you against the world.
You know, I don't like you much.
This, Mike, is business, and I really don't care. For the record, I think you're a pain in the ass, but I prefer to see results and not let emotions bleed into it.
Let's get this started then.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Don't. I'll make it quick.
Agent Thornton, allowing yourself to be captured, making us go through the effort of bringing you here. Well done.
I'm surprised you haven't figured it out yet, Marburg. I know your history. I know the United States left you out to dry. Deus Vult, all of it. But it doesn't seem like you learned anything from it. You served Deus Vult blindly, and now you're answering to Leyland and Halbeck.
Your point?
Trading one master for another, Marburg? Seems to me blind loyalty is what got you here in the first place. Everything you know about Leyland should tell you what your future is.
I don't expect I'll see you again, Agent Thornton. Your mission ends here.
Doc will be along in just a bit to administer your meds. Nice knowing you, Thornton.
Detonation sequence initiated. This is not the drill.
Michael, darling. I was wondering why you were tied up, although I had not expected the reason to be so literal.
I should have known. Here to torture me?
Perhaps. That will depend on your perspective, I think. It is good you have time to rest with all this trouble going on. This bed, this is how you woke up here, yeah?
The restraints were a little weaker the first time, and I'm not doped up.
The restraints? Are they too tight?
Enough with the small talk. Why are you here, Z?
I am here because I never got the chance to tell you my feelings. And now you have no choice but to listen.
Great.
Why, Michael, I never thanked you. Humiliating Conrad like that. A girl dreams of such things happening to her boss.
Good. If you want to thank me, then let me go.
Not quite yet, I think. You are a good agent, Michael. But you see, that is your problem. If you keep taking orders, you will not be free. Not really. This is why you are tied up now.
If you came here to taunt me...
No, not at all. Leyland, I have seen his talks with you, the recordings. He is right in a way. Following blindly without question, it opens itself to abuse.
I heard this already.
Yes, but now I will show you how this lesson helps you. I do not like orders so much. I break the rules all the time. Sometimes I ask too many questions. For example, why are you restrained like this? When it would be so much more fun if you were free shooting people.
I would agree.
Because things look so much better when lit by muzzle flashes, I think.
What the hell is going on in there?
You look naked without your weapons. They are in the locker nearby. Get dressed, and let us start the killing.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Damn, which one?
Last chance, guys. Back up your files.
Looks like I've got a message. Big one. What the hell are all these files? Recordings?
Agent Thornton, I have been attempting to reach you, without success.
Omen. Well, I've been preoccupied.
I am calling to warn you, and to ask for your assistance. After the attack on President Sung, we analyzed the camera footage from the security systems and from news crews attending the rally. This footage is attached. The woman you were traveling with, Scarlet Lake. Do you know her well?
Uh-oh.
We have several recordings that show her with a sniper rifle at the rally. She was well hidden, but she was unable to mask her presence entirely. She is the one who attempted to assassinate President Sung. Do whatever checks you need to do on the footage. We are convinced of her role in this. She must answer for this. But we have been unable to find her or reach you. I do not believe you had a hand in this, Agent Thornton, and I trust you will do what is right. But if you are responsible, there is nowhere you both can hide from me.
Let's move it!
Scarlet.
Mike, what are you doing here?
Surprised to see me?
Actually, yes. Mostly because I don't know where here is.
Didn't Halbeck bring you here? Or your pal Leyland?
Mike, what are you talking about?
So when were you planning to tell me about you and Sung?
I'm sorry?
About you and Sung. And your sniper rifle?
Mike.
Well, I'm hurt. I really am. I went to all that trouble in Taipei, when trouble was right beside me all along.
Yes, I was hired to kill Sung. Of course, you prevented that, so you should congratulate yourself. It's the reason that Leyland has me here. It's the reason he's not going to pay me.
So sorry to hear that.
It's business. I knew the risk. I didn't know you'd become involved.
You could have just taken me out of the picture.
That's not how I work, Mike. You were never part of the job, and I don't do collateral damage.
How long have you been an assassin? Is it because of what happened with your mother?
Since I was 14. Photojournalism's not my full-time career. Of course, you could say the same. Halbeck Claims and Acquisitions. I should have guessed you were working for them too.
I think it was more of a surprise for me than it was for you.
I tried to tell you at the hotel, Mike. I wanted to tell you. I'm sorry.
Can't let you walk away from this. And I'm really tired of being stabbed in the back.
All right, Mike. But before you do,
More of a chance than Sun got.
You made it out, I see. Resourceful. But before you get to the server room, there's one last loose end. Miss Tang. She'll need to be dealt with. If we let her live, shutting down Alpha Protocol won't matter. We'll soon have other problems.
Mike,
Mina,
I thought you were dead.
why?
I heard they'd taken you into custody. After everything that happened, I didn't think they'd let you go.
They didn't.
You escaped? Mike, what's wrong? You sound different.
Who are you actually working for? Judging from the fact you're locked in this room, it's not Alpha Protocol.
No, it's not. Infiltrating this place, using the personnel here, that was my assignment. For every program like Alpha Protocol that tries to stay off the radar, an agency like mine is ordered to find them and watch them. Sometimes we succeed.
So you set me up for this, to bring this place down.
Yes. When Halbeck got involved, I had to move quickly. There wasn't time to tell you everything.
You're wrong. But at this point, it doesn't matter. I need to erase all evidence I was here, and that means tying up all the loose ends.
Mike, please don't. I can explain.
I don't care. I've had to listen to you all this time, and now I want you to be quiet. Tell Leyland the Mina situation has been handled.
Nice job, Mike. But I can't let you leave with that data. Give up now, and we'll go easy on you.
Fuck off, Westridge. Just make sure you don't run away before we get to chat.
Take him out.
Michael, the transport is coming in and
Watch out!
they're filling up. Can you hurry and kill your friend, please?
Looks like Westridge is holed up in his control room. He's got an engine.
Remove the guests and then go in. He will be more to it. As for the incoming vessel,
Keep the water flowing. It shouldn't be long until we can launch the boat. This isn't a training exercise, Mike. Those are live rounds. That's gonna leave a scar. Now you. This isn't how it's supposed to end.
Not a chance. Now that I've got your attention,
If you're gonna kill me, then do it.
I'm not sure I want to. Yet. I guess I need some closure. I couldn't have made it into Alpha Protocol if you hadn't chosen me. What I want to know is why.
I needed someone who could kill Shahid, get the missiles back, and keep their mouth shut. I needed someone I could trust.
So you thought I could just be pointed at a target and fired, like some kind of weapon?
Surprised? A weapon's all you are. I had my orders. We carry them out, send out agents, and we don't ask why. Say what you will. You had what it took to get the job done, and then some. That's why you were selected.
It was my life.
What life? You knew the odds going in. You wanted to serve your country. Well, this is it.
If I stayed in the program, I'd have ended up like you, or worse, like Parker. That someone would have come along who owes one of their corporate buddies a favor, Halbeck or someone else. And we get used because we've been conditioned never to ask.
So you're working with Halbeck now? Figures.
We were all working for them. Now I've just removed you from the equation.
What? You gunning for a job? Halbeck's new chief of security?
My goals are a little higher than that. Any last words?
Yeah. Go to hell.
Not the best I've heard, but... That's for betraying my country. Now to catch my ride out of here. I don't want to miss the breaking news.
Agent Thornton, I see you have the evidence.
Took some doing, but here you go. Keep it safe. Or not, depending on how you want to use it.
I'm still debating that part. I think it'll depend on what happens in the next few hours. If there's nothing else, shall we?
Here's the thing, Leyland. I don't really need you anymore.
Oh? And how do you figure that?
I traveled all over the world to stop you. You think I didn't make a network of my own? Shahid and Al-Samad, they may not like me, but both are willing to do business with me. I've got one of the highest ranking officers of the Chinese secret police on my side. Stephen Heck. So, I don't need you anymore. I can make my own Halbeck. Then I can make the world any way I want.
I see. So, you're going to kill me then?
Yeah. I think I'm enjoying being a free agent. But I need you out of the picture. For peace of mind.
Indeed. Not really surprising, but... Well, you did already give me the evidence.
I did. I thought I gave you one of my minds.
What?
Terrible last words. See you, Leyland. You taught me a lot. And trust me, I'm gonna put it to good use. I'll be sad to leave this place, although knowing where here is would be nice. Guess there's not much else to do except head out and see what happens. Story of my life. No sense changing it now. Then again, maybe losing myself for a while might not be so bad. Now the only challenge is to keep from getting bored. At least now I've got time to figure it out. And maybe change a few things about the world while I'm at it.